Hey, what's up, world? My name is Matthew Mann. Just want to talk to you about me mostly. Uh, no, but seriously, in these times that we're living in, um, everyone's going through a different experience, and I wouldn't say I've been waiting for a time like this. But I've been ready for a time like this because just a little background about myself. Um, I was an atheist as a child from age 7 to age 12, agnostic, and then spiritual awakening was really like kind of slow and gradual. But I want to talk to you about my spiritual history and my conspiracy awakening and who we all are and what we're here to do as a collective humanity, and the prophecies that have been foretold for eons about us in this time and what happens. And I know there's a lot of crazy information out there, and a lot of people saying some crazy things, and a lot of outrage back and forth around this whole coronavirus thing. And I'm going to get into all that. But first, just a little bit about me. So yeah, like I said, I was an atheist as a kid, and then maybe a little marijuana and LSD in high school definitely helped with the spiritual awakening, and I believed in reincarnation and then like this interconnectedness and everything, but I still didn't believe in like God, and I guess my spiritual awakening I can really pinpoint back to March of 2005. I used to watch a lot of History Channel and PBS, and I was just like soaking up all this stuff. And in that time, March 2005, I saw a TV show on History Channel called "Banned from the Bible" about the Gnostic Gospels, and then was just mind blown. Never even heard of these. How have I not heard of this? And then went online and read them. Of course, particularly the Gospel of Thomas. It was a big revelation for me, and I kind of like understood Jesus all of a sudden. Like he says, "Don't look outside yourself for God. The kingdom of heaven is within you," and all this stuff like that. And at the same time, I was, learning about all these, European philosophers, or even going back to like Socrates. Like Socrates was the man. Plato, Greek and Roman philosophers, and then going up into like the 1700s or 1600s or whatever with like Nietzsche and Descartes and Voltaire and all this stuff. So yeah, it was just a crazy like synchronicities were occurring, and I felt the presence of God for the first time. And that's why I can't even like get into a debate with the atheists, because there's no debate, because I know it. I've seen it. I feel it. It's so funny because atheists blindly follow this thing called atheism the same way they accuse religious people of blindly following a religion, ignoring. Anyway, won't get into all that. What the bleep do we know and all that stuff. It's pretty much proven the existence of a field, whatever you want to call it, energy, consciousness, God. Consciousness has been proven. Near-death experiences, all that stuff. People leaving their bodies and coming back. I mean, out-of-body travel, it's been proven to my knowledge. All this stuff. So, where am I going with all this? So, yeah, around the same time as I'm having this spiritual awakening, so March 2005, Gnostic Gospels, synchronicities, more and more information. It wasn't until August of 2005 I was divinely guided one night. This thought didn't come from my head. It came from outside of myself. Anyone who's experienced that knows what I'm talking about. To just search the internet about 9/11. Up until that point, I had believed that 9/11 was carried out by the 19 Saudis, and but I had a different take on it at that time too, because I thought, well, it's because we treated them so badly that we kind of deserve this attack. That was my take, because there was like a uproar of patriotism and anti-Arab and anti-Middle East racism going on in this country, and it was pretty shameful and still is. And so it wasn't until August 2005, Google 9/11, and within a couple clicks, I'm at this website called question911.com watching this video called The Secret Evil of 9/11. I'm sure it's on YouTube still. It's like 20 minutes long. It focuses on Building 7, the smaller of the 3 buildings that collapsed without any plane hitting it, and collapsed totally like a perfect implosion. Like, it's so obviously an you could see the freaking demolition charges going off. And so that gets me into the conspiracy portion. So I've done a lot of research on this, and it's not a theory. It's not a theory. It's well documented that things like, the Federal Reserve, is a privately owned bank by the the richest families in the world, the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, the Ships, the Morgans, the Rockefellers, etc. Vanderbilts, maybe. So they own that shit, and everyone's asking, is this thing man-made? Yes, I believe it is, but it's still like a serious virus. I'm not one of those people saying, oh, there's people saying like there's no virus, like, and I don't know if that's just like agent provocateurs working for them saying bullshit or what, because they do have that. They've infiltrated every corner of the world, including what the so-called resistance is, like this whole Antifa thing. That's fake as hell. Those people are working for them. They're getting paid a nice little handsome stipend, like all the crisis actor stuff. They haven't been doing that so much. People are too hip to that now. Pulse nightclub, all these, things. They actually did kill people. I'm not saying that people didn't die. Some people say, oh, nobody died. I'm not saying that, because there's always someone who knows someone who died. So they kill people at these staged events, Boston Marathon, so we have this thing going on, and it's crazy, and it's causing a lot of people to reflect, and maybe people are starting to freak out a little bit. And I really want to commend everyone for like how chill everyone's being, and I want to commend the Illuminati too for being gentle and not like putting tanks on the streets. And let's not put that out there like, oh, they're gonna enact martial law, there's gonna be tanks on the streets. Well, I learned years ago, I heard a quote from Mother Teresa, what you resist persists. Actually, no, that's not a quote from Mother Teresa, but that's true too. What she said is, I will never go to an anti-war protest. The first time I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? She's from the white, because I was all, young and less power to the people. Let's gather in the streets, rage against the machine. Like, that's not the answer. Like, violence begets violence. Anger begets anger. Aggression begets aggression. And, yeah, so it's kind of cool how chill everyone's being, and it is a serious virus, so we do have to take the precautions. But, like, number-wise, it's got a 90% recovery rate. The flu kills like 1,000 times more people or something crazy. Like, come on. So let's find a balance. I mean, hopefully they'll get this shit back and up and running soon. But when it's safe to do so, and the numbers are going down, or the testing is more readily available, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy times we're living in. But so yeah, and then getting back into the spiritual stuff, why I'm really here, because like I said, this is an age that's been foretold by ancient civilizations all over the world about this, like, coming golden age and a big fight and a big war. And I'm not even gonna get into like the extraterrestrial stuff, because that's like a whole nother trip, and I was like into it for a long time, and still haven't seen a damn UFO, so I got kind of burned out on it. But that's a very well documented thing that's there from multiple different sources, where it's people who've physically seen UFOs, or even physically been abducted and had like implants in them and stuff that's made of like a material that's not made of the earth, and crazy shit like that, to like people who like astral travel and astrally communicate with them allegedly. And it's a lot of really cool information out there. If you're into it, check it out. If not, it's not for everybody for sure. But yes, we really have to focus on staying positive, keeping our vibration high. That's why I'm here. I'm an energy healer. I'm spiritually enlightened. I had my own path, but like I said, I've experienced it firsthand. I know God. I share a oneness with God, even though I'm still human and have, many human faults. um, but I can do remote energy healing. Anyone needs a prayer, happy to help. Um, Namaste.